Good morning, it's Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing. It's Facebook Live. Okay guys, I have a really special giveaway today. Look at this. This is a 42 piece jelly roll. Check that out. How beautiful is that? This is Studio E's Peppered Cottons. And if you end up liking this and you win it, we have these throughout the store. So want to make sure that you know we have some of these. We also have a kit that is available using these peppered cottons. It is the Roaring 20s kit, and you can purchase that too.
So how do you win?
How do you win? You win by going to right on your Facebook feed. You should see right below. It should say share. Go ahead and hit that button. Then go ahead and in the comments let us know you shared. So isn't that cool? And you're saying to yourself, well, Margaret, but I live in New York, or I live in Oregon, or I live somewhere else. Don't worry, that's okay. We'll ship it to you. We're happy to do that because you know what? Every time you share these videos, I can tell you for a fact that we have gotten lots of new customers because people have shared and they have gone ahead and their friends know about us, and then their friends become our customers, and that makes me so happy. Guys, I'm so thrilled. So thank you for doing that. You know, the better we do, the more things we can offer you and the more exciting stuff. I will tell you right now, Alice and I are talking about 2 new things with software and embroidery. It looks like we might be able to pull together some clubs for that. So keep an eye out for that. We will probably start those in maybe January or February. So I'll tell you more about them as I know. We haven't got all the details worked out. I'm hoping to have that information by next Friday. So I'll let you know all about that. Okay, so there are still holiday sales going on. You know, everybody thinks that the Black Friday sales are done, and you know what? We have some very special sales still going on the shop, but they are only going on through next Monday. But there's also some sales going on through the end of the year. So I want to make sure that I get you to see things like this beautiful cape. Did you know if you buy this beautiful cape 770 that you're going to get the embroidery module for free? Who knew? Pretty cool. So this goes on through the end of the year. So if you haven't made the decision to pull the trigger, you can now get the Cave 770 and get the embroidery module for free. And remember, those embroidery modules do not just do embroidery. Guys, you know what else they do? You can do quilting on them. So check this out. Look at what we've got in here. There is all kinds of quilting designs. 6 pages worth built on the machine. How beautiful are those? So, thinking about this, whether or not you might say, well, Margaret, I don't think I want to do embroidery. Well, how about making your quilts and doing the quilting on here instead of having to do all of it yourself free motion? That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? So you really ought to think about that. You know, recently we got in the small clamp hoop and we have a medium clamp hoop, and those make quilting on your sewing machine so much easier. So if you already have a 770, or you have maybe you have a 735, or maybe you have a 790, or maybe you have a 500 or any of the 5 series, 535 or whatever. If you have an embroidery quilting module, you can add that small quilting hoop onto any of those and be able to quilt on your machine. And you know what else is really interesting? I've had big feedback on these clamp hoops. One of my very dear friends, Sunday, she goes ahead and she actually does her quilting using the medium hoop, clamp hoop and the small clamp hoop, and she says it is so nice because they go on and off so easily, and you can just move through and do your embroidery or do your quilting, and it just makes everything so much easier because of the way they're made. So we'll make sure that we show you that very soon, but I want to make sure that I cover the things that are on sale right now. Now, I told you the beautiful cape that is going to come with that embroidery module, but did you know what else? We're getting the 570 cape back in, and you'll be able to do the same thing with that. If you purchase a 570, you can also get a free embroidery module. So that's pretty cool. Also, the 770, just a normal 770 of the cape, as beautiful as it is, if it's not your cup of tea, if you just buy a regular 770, you're also going to get a free embroidery module through the end of the year. So how cool is that? So I wanted to make sure I told you about those wonderful things. But remember, if you come in the shop till next Monday afternoon, you might be surprised at some of the prices on some of the other machines. Oh, Dave, we have to show them what else new we got in. Come on. We've got our beautiful this is a Q16, and it is on a folding table. And these things are fabulous. Look at all the room you have to quilt, and it doesn't take up all the room in the world at your home. This doesn't take up any more room than a sewing machine would. So you can put this up almost anywhere and be able to do your own free motion quilting without having to do it on your sewing machine, which you know does not have a great big throat space. On this one, you're going to have 16 inches. And so how can you beat that? And when you come in, just mention this Facebook Live, and I will tell you what the special price on this is. All right, guys, come on, let's go back. So we're gonna come back here, and we are going to show off the lovely cues, because you may not realize it, but all these cues that I'm gonna show you now are all on special sales. So that we have the Q24 on a 13-foot frame. Now, maybe you're saying, well, Margaret, I don't want a 13-foot frame. I want a 9-foot frame. Or maybe you want a 12-foot frame. That's okay. They all cost the same. Doesn't really matter. So, and guess who goes to your house and sets them up? That would be Dave and Aaron. And they make sure that you get all taken care of, just like we did for Jenny yesterday. Now, she didn't get a pro. She got a studio frame. And this afternoon, we are going to do our mastery lesson on the studio frame, because we've got 3 people who have bought studio frames and are going to come and get their mastery lessons. So remember, whenever you buy a sewing machine from us, it doesn't matter if it's a Bernette, a Bernina, a long arm, a serger, a sewing machine, it does not matter. You get classes with that, so I want to remind you of that. Okay, so come over here, Dave, and show them the cool stuff I've got on here. So this is that gorgeous dragonfly pattern, and I want to make sure, I should have done this beforehand, but I want you to see, there we go, we got 2, there we go. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that again. It's always a little interesting. So, there we go. So, check out the computer. This one is set up completely with a beautiful computer screen that you just double tap on that. Ta-da! We're going to have Q-Matic come up. You know, some places call this Q-Magic. And I can see why they do it. It is really pretty fabulous. So I wanted you to see how easy it is to go ahead and come in here and open this up. And now you can see one of the designs I'm working on. You see that blue part? That's what I'm getting ready to sew. So that'll be something I do today and get this sewn. So if you find yourself in Bloomington and you want to see how this actually runs and what it does, you can see it in person. So The reason I'm telling you all about this, though, is that this is on sale. It is very rare. This only usually happens a couple times a year where we actually offer money off on the machine. Usually what happens is there might be some gifts you'll get with it, and that's usually the deal. Either you get the gifts or you get the deal where you get some money off. Well, guess what? You have a Christmas present this year. We're going to do both. So we've got some money off. You're going to save over $5,000. And then you are going to get a whole package full of stuff. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to open it up because if I don't, I always goof it up. But this is only going to run you, normally it would be $41,498. Now it's going to be $35,999. And
now, Margaret, when people say, "Oh, Margaret, that's so much money," what's Dave say?
It's a lot less money than a bass boat. That's what Dave says. And you know what? I'm going to just tell you, if you quilt all the time and this is your love, maybe it's not that much money. Maybe it is just the right amount of money so that you can have your dream machine. So one of the things that I wanted to point out is that you're going to get a batting bar with this. You're going to get zippered leaders, which makes it easy to take on and off the machine. You get a pantograph kit. Those pantograph kits are normally almost $1,600, so that's really cool. You're going to get free frame casters so that if you need to move it, it's a lot easier to move. And you also get the Q gift box. Now that Q gift box in itself is pretty fabulous because you're going to get a laser light. Now, why do laser lights matter? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to turn this on, and did we ever have any luck getting this to be visible on the screen? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my foot off here so you can see. Check that out. That's where the needle's going to go down, guys. That is going to be so nice because you're going to know exactly where your needle's going to go into the fabric. And I will tell you, especially when you start and stop things, knowing where that needle's going to go in makes it where your quilting looks seamless, and it's really beautiful. So that's just one of the things you get in that wonderful gift box. So I wanted you to know about that one. We don't talk about the big unit that frequently, and it is really exceptional that you're going to get gifts with purchase, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to get the money off. Okay. Who wants to be able to have a choice between standing or sitting while you're quilting? If you get the lift table, and honestly, I have never seen the lift table on sale before. Now, maybe it has been and I just wasn't paying attention, but I've never seen the lift table for sale. So up until the end of the year, you are going to be able to get this lift table, a chair. Check out the chair, the most comfortable chair. And you know what's cool about the chair? You can move this over your sewing machine. So that's the really cool thing about the chair. You're going to get the lift table that you can put up. These have wings on it that you can just fold out, and then they have little corners, so you've got this whole U shape around you. You can either stand and quilt, or you can go ahead and you can sit and quilt. And we have nice little drawers here for you to store your stuff in. So you're going to get the chair. You're going to get the dust cover. You're going to go ahead and get the gift box again. And that will mean you will have your laser light, and you will have your double needle plate, and you will have your double needles. I mean, this is such a cool deal because you're going to get that whole big package full of stuff.
How do they get it home?
You don't have to worry about it. Not even the chair, not anything. We can bring it all to you. And we would love to do that for you. So, and we do classes on it, so you don't have to be some sort of magician to figure out how to use it. We're going to show you how to do that. So, that particular deal, normally this cabinet It is normally, oh, of course we're not going to put the price on there because that would be easy. So I'm pretty sure it's $17,498 normally. And right now, it is only $13,499. You're going to save $4,000, guys. I mean, you're going to get, excuse me, it says I don't think that's right. It says it's over $5,000 in savings, but I'm pretty sure it is actually $4,000. So we're going to go ahead and get that for you. We'll bring it home for you. We will set it up and make sure that you get started on it. And then you come here and you take a mastery lesson and I will show you how to use it. So, or one of our wonderful employees will show you how to use it. So we also have the last of the koala cabinets. These are going to be changed to a new kind of cabinet. And so that means, guess what that means for you? It's brand new. It's only been on the floor a short period of time, but since Bernina's swapping it out, we're going to give you an amazing deal on this particular cabinet. So you need to come in, or you can just give me a call. You can come in and see it. It's a Q20. It's a beautiful piece of furniture. You're really going to like this, guys. And you can open this up. You can put in inserts so that you can add another 16 inches to the surface. And you only have to have it open when you're using it. Or you don't have to have it open when you're using it. You can just use it like this. But it's a Q20. Now, what is so special about this? Well, for starters, you're going to save a third on this. And that price is for this floor model. There is no dings, no anything. It looks great. The machine has very few stitches on it. And it is a Q20, which means you can take the Q20 and someday in the future, when you either have the room, or maybe you just want to figure out, maybe you want to do the free motion where you move it, you can actually trade up to a frame. And this Q20 will work on a frame. And you can also add Q Magic to it. So that's pretty cool. Now, it's really, really fun, guys. I will tell you, I've spent the last 2 years doing a ton of machine quilting. And I do it with Q-Matic, and I will tell you I love it. I'm having so much fun with it. It is so cool. I'm doing some really beautiful things. They're all throughout the shop. There's all kinds of samples that you can see. And we do everything from edge to doing it, you know, with the custom quilting. So we have so much to offer you in learning how to use this. Okay, we're going to talk about the giveaway one more time because this one's really nifty. I'm going to give you a whole jelly roll full of gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Look how beautiful this is. So you need to get your name in the drawing. And how do you do that? Well, hit share on your Facebook feed. Put your name, or excuse me, not your name. Put just in the comments. Just note that you shared. Your name will come up.
You mean like what Rebecca just did?
Thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate it. So, yes, we do. We really appreciate it because you know what? Every time you share with our videos on Facebook, there's potential for somebody new to find us. And I think we have some really special things here. And I think the shop is really nice. I've had some lovely comments recently. We had a gal from Colorado visit us in the last day. We had another one from Texas, and you need to not trip over things, baby doll. You're gonna kill yourself. Don't do that. So he's silly. He's having a hard time here. So I want to make sure that we talk about a couple of more machines. Okay, when's the last time you got your serger out and you went bluck? I have to thread it. I can't figure it out. I'm mad at it because it won't do what I want it to do. It won't make a stitch because I don't have it threaded right. Okay, guys, we have some wonderful options for you. For starters, let's just go big or go home. let's go with an L890. This is Margaret's, my favorite machine for ages until until the 790 Pro came out. I'm going to just tell you, once the 790 Pro came out, I was just done. I love that machine. But this is my second favorite. And it is just a wonderful, wonderful machine. So you have the ability to do beautiful rolled hems. You can do some really interesting finishes on blankets. You can do finishes for your clothes, of course. But what's really wonderful is that now making t-shirt quilts is a breeze. Doing any kind of hemming on your clothes is a breeze. And you know what? Maybe now is a great time for you to want to learn how to also do some clothes. If you're not doing clothes yet, maybe it's time for you to learn how to do some clothes. And I know the perfect place where you can learn how to do that. Right here. We have all kinds of classes coming up. This next year with classes is going to be breathtaking. I really hope you guys will go ahead and take a look at the class offerings, because we're going to be doing beginning quilting for, hey, maybe you're like, well, but Margaret, I've been quilting for years. You know, it's really funny. I had 3 students in the last 2 quilting, entry-level quilting classes that decided after quilting for years that they were going to come to a quilting class. And Cheryl took them through Quilting 101, and they all said they learned things. It was a really good experience. And then after you get it quilted, well, what if you decide you want to learn how to do a t-shirt quilt without that stupid stabilizer in it? This one will do it just beautifully. But again, what's the deal here with this? How about an L890 and a cabinet all together for just the price of the L890? So you're going to get a $32,000 cabinet for free. And we'll get it to you. We'll deliver it to your house. As long as you're within 60 miles of the shop, you get that done totally for free. So that's pretty fabulous. And that whole package right there, you're going to get for the price of the L890. So pretty fantastic. Okay, so Dave, make sure you show everybody the beautiful luggage over here. And then we will talk about our most amazing, beauteous 790 Pro. So one of the things that I'm going to do with this, like I did with my wonderful long arm, I'm going to show you guys. We're going to go back here for a second, and we're going to go here. No, I don't care. Just be nice. It's parking the embroidery unit. So it did that. Come on. I don't care about that. Just be quiet for a minute. So what we're going to do, right down here. See that symbol? That turns on my laser light. And I think it will show up on this. There we go. I'm putting that under there so you can see the laser light. See that little red dot? Just like on our cue. Is that not cool? This machine has a laser light on it. Okay, so you're going to say, but Margaret, there's been some other brands that have laser light. Well, the big difference between those other brands and this one is this pre-anticipates your stitching. So if you're going to do some decorative stitching and you are going to go ahead and get those stitches lined up along a beautiful little line, now you'll know exactly where the needle's going in, just like you do on the cue. How cool is that? So very special, very nice. We also have Wi-Fi on this. So you get some embroidery designs and you transfer them onto your computer. You take and link the 2 computers from your 790 Pro to your laptop or to your desktop, and you make sure they're talking to each other. Once you do that, then you can transfer over the designs. That is amazing. That seems like magic to me. I think Wi-Fi is amazing anyway. I'm pretty sure it's magic. I don't know exactly how all this works, but I do know it does. So it's pretty cool. The other thing is you can put an app on your phone. And so when you set this up for embroidery and it's going along and it's doing its lovely thing, it's quilting a quilt block for you, or it's doing the embroidery block and it's getting ready to change thread colors, guess what? The app will tell you that the machine has stopped and your stitching on that one last color is done and it's time to change that color. How cool is that? So very beautiful, very cool. We have so many interesting features on this. It's got the high-speed embroidery unit, which on this machine has been even improved. So now it's even faster and simpler. That's pretty awesome. So what do you get with this machine? Well, you're going to get, and this is only going to last until they say that this isn't going to last. I'm just going to tell you. You're going to get a wonderful skills course. Now, what is skills course? Well, Bernina has just introduced what's called the Skills Hub. So right now they've got 5 classes on it. Each one of them costs $300. And what you can do is you can purchase those, and it is like the major course to learn your sewing machine. So you have this ability to do it with the 7 series because they have a skills course for the 7 series. And it's going to talk a lot about the 790. So you can make sure that you get all of these wonderful features and you get the best out of them. So you're going to get that $300 value right there. You're going to get the maxi hoop. Maxi hoop is the biggest hoop you can buy for the 7 series. So you'll get this wonderful maxi hoop. It has plenty of room. So that is on ours. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to get a set of luggage. And I feel like I'm forgetting something, Dave. If I'm forgetting something, the set of luggage, the going ahead and doing that, you're going to get the skills course and the maxi hoop. And of course, you get the embroidery with it. So that is the deal on the 790 Pro. Okay, everybody, we have apparently gotten some people coming in for classes, and we're going to get going here today. Don't forget the giveaway, that wonderful group of fabrics for the jelly roll. Please share our videos, and we will look forward to seeing you soon. And don't forget special pricing till Monday afternoon. Have a great day.